They were the whiskey rock and rollers of the 70s who helped put Southern rock on the map.
We were bad boys because we'd quit school and we drank and we would fight.
The faster their music raced to the top of the charts, the more their lives spun out of control.
Live fast, die young, and leave a good-looking corpse.
They were flying high until the fateful night it all came crashing down.
My friends were bleeding to death. Every second counted.
I didn't believe it, you know. It's just one of those things that couldn't be true.
Tonight, turmoil, tragedy, and triumph.
There's not many people that I know in this world that can have two dreams come true.
Lynyrd Skynyrd, the story behind the music.
Hi, y'all. How y'all doing? Come on, get on the bus with us.
Lynyrd Skynyrd is still truckin'. A band that has carried the flag of Southern rock for a quarter of a century is still playing sold-out shows across the country.
When I stand on that stage and I see that audience, when I see 15, 20,000 people every night standing out there wanting to hear those songs, I know that we're doing something right.
Fans still line up for autographs and a chance to meet the band.
If it wasn't for the fans, we wouldn't be here.
The fact that they're here at all is nothing short of miraculous. If there ever was a rock and roll phoenix that rose from the ashes, Lynyrd Skynyrd is it. This band has endured unthinkable pain and suffering.
It is hard. It's very, very difficult, very complicated, more so than rock and roll probably should have to be.
You can't even realize, seeing one of these things on television, exactly what a crash of this magnitude looks like.
On the evening of October 20th, 1977, Lynyrd Skynyrd's plane crashed, killing 6. Among the dead, the heart and soul of the group, Ronnie Van Zant.
Ronnie Van Zant is Lynyrd Skynyrd. There's nobody else. There's one and only Lynyrd Skynyrd, the spirit of the name. That is Ronnie Van Zant.
Band leader Ronnie Van Zant was Lynyrd Skynyrd's founder, father, and leader, and his death seemed to symbolize the end of a dream that had catapulted members of a small garage band into international superstars. Growing up poor in Jacksonville, Florida, Ronnie Van Zant dreamed of escaping his impoverished upbringing. Family members recall that by age 8, Ronnie knew music was his ticket out.
He says, I'm going to come out and be a big singer one day, a celebrity. And I'm going to pick that guitar, I'm going to play that piano, I'm going to beat them drums.
Pretty much where we grew up, on the west side of Jacksonville, all the friends that we basically hung out with are pretty much either in Rayford Prison in Florida or either dead, to be honest. So, you know, so music pretty much was our way to get out.
At age 16, Ronnie Van Zant stepped up to the plate on this baseball diamond, and with one swing, he got Lynyrd Skynyrd off to a hard-hitting start.
Myself and Bob Burns, our original drummer, and Ronnie Van Zant, we were playing baseball, and we were watching on the third baseline, and he got up to bat, and he hit a foul ball real hard, hit Bob Burns right in the temple and knocked him out. And so he ran over and went, I killed a guy, I killed him. And that's how we met, really.
His family says Ronnie could talk anyone into anything. So they weren't surprised when he convinced his baseball buddies, including guitarist Alan Collins, to form a band. Collins' mom remembers when the group of rowdy teens turned her house into a practice hall.
The band practiced right in this living room for years and years. In fact, young girls loved to come by and just stand out in the driveway and listen to them.
We had a belief, we had a dream, and we knew come hell or high water, we were going to try to make that dream come true.
Struggling to make the dream come true, the band played local bars and high school dances. As a joke, they decided to name themselves after the most notorious teacher in Jacksonville.
I'm the real Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Everybody hated his guts. Coach Lynyrd Skynyrd, as in Skinner's Dairy. He used to hate her guts. And we hated his guts. Lee High School, Jacksonville, Florida.
He used to kick us out of school for having long hair. Back then it was just touching our eyebrows or our ear. And he'd kick you out when he'd come through gym class when you were in the shower.
Well, let me describe that also, because
That's really kind of a bum rap. A lot of teachers and a lot of coaches sent boys and girls down for violation of the dress code. But lucky me, one of the ones I sent down was in a band.
He became friends with us. We became friends with him. He grew his hair out long. And it's just like everything was just meant to mesh together, I guess.
After numerous run-ins with Coach Skinner, the band members dropped out of school to dedicate all their time to music.
We were bad boys because we'd quit school and we drank and we would fight. We had long hair, so we'd fight if somebody messed with us. But mainly it was always the music, you know.
And it was the love of music that got them through the lean years. In the early 1970s, Lynyrd Skynyrd spent countless hours practicing in a 100-degree tin-roof cabin they called Hell House.
The Hell House is where we paid a lot of dues, and that's where I think we became really creative.
It was pretty grueling. We did a lot of hard work. We'd have 16-hour-a-day rehearsals out there, and a couple of us would have to stay out there and guard the equipment.
We were lucky if we could afford a Coke to bring to practice.
We didn't have any money, and it was hard living, and we were mad at each other a lot. We were always trying to make it. We weren't that happy, and those weren't good times.
We'd have barely enough money to be able to buy, you know, anything at McDonald's. But when we did get to McDonald's, everybody always comments nowadays, "Why do you eat so fast?" And the reason why we eat so fast is because used to, man, if you didn't finish your meal, if there was anything left, somebody'd grab it and eat it before you could finish it.
The boys were penniless, but that didn't stop Judy Seymour from falling in love with Ronnie Van Zant. They were married in 1972. Judy worked so Ronnie could concentrate on his music. She even rode a bike to her job so the band could use her car to haul equipment.
I felt like, you know, it was easier for me to have a job and support, you know, help out. So I had the job, and it gave me more time to concentrate on the music part of it.
Later that year, Judy's sacrifices and the band's hard work paid off. While playing a club in Atlanta, Lynyrd Skynyrd was discovered and signed a deal with MCA Records.
It was real scary. We were kids still. We were only like 18, Alan and myself, 18 or 19, and we didn't know much. And it was scary, and people were telling us what to do.
The band released its first album in November 1973. Although pronounced Lynyrd Skynyrd was a hit, the group wasn't taken seriously until critics got a chance to see them live, when they performed as the opening act for The Who.
We started out on tour with The Who in '73 on Quadrophenia tour, and we had like a 30-minute shot, and we're told that no groups have ever opened for The Who in concert or that didn't get booed off stage, and supposedly we were the first band to ever open for The Who, and we got good response.
Critics were saying that Lynyrd Skynyrd blew The Who away. That's when we realized we had done our job.
We had crowds standing up and responding very well to us, but the thing was, that's when we started drinking, because we were terrified to go up and perform before The Who. The problem was we never stopped.
Coming up next on Behind the Music, Lynyrd Skynyrd loses control.
The drinking was crazy, but we just wake up the next morning and shake it off and go for it.
And later, disaster strikes.
Up there, sitting against the tree, is a piece of an airplane wing, torn away from the rest of the airplane.
It was sort of like Elvis Presley dying. It was a shock. It was